this week's AstCa News Live, and of course, the race commentary for the 2023 Austrian Grand Prix. And what do we have to look forward to this week in the Austrian Grand Prix? Well, frankly, the sprint race yesterday was a bit chaotic. There were cars jumping up and down the grid like frogs. Honestly, it was insane. Of course, Max Verstappen got an absolutely blistering victory once again. His teammate Sergio Perez seemed to gain back a little bit of form coming in P2, so that was definitely a much-needed confidence boost for him. But anyway, AstCar News. Not too much to talk about this week. Kind of a lot of motorsport stuff, because, well, I hate doing this, but tragically, we did lose another motorsport star yesterday. And this time it was at Formula Regional European Championship, I believe, at Spa-Francorchamps, and it was Delano van 't Hoff. Now, I'm sure if you've been following motorsport news for the last couple of days, you know about this. Obviously, he tragically lost his life at Eau Rouge, which is unfortunately somewhere that has claimed a lot of lives over the years. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Eau Rouge, it's the massive uphill coming after the starting grid. So you go downhill and then immediately back up. And that's where, unfortunately, over the decades, a lot of drivers' lives have been claimed, including now Delano, and of course, most infamously in 2019, F2 racer Antoine Hubert, just before, well, the day before the Belgian Grand Prix of that year. And of course, famously, Charles Leclerc, won that race and dedicated it to Antoine. But yeah, of course, since then, a lot of F1 drivers have called for changes to Eau Rouge, including Aston Martin driver Lance Stroll, who, of course, is very much going for, we need to change this track layout before the race, if possible, because, as I've said, it's claimed that particular uphill section has claimed many, many lives over the decades, and frankly, one was too many. One was definitely too many. Something should have been done about it, but yeah, something needs to be changed, and needs to be changed now before any more lives are lost, even though, frankly, there has been way, way, way too many lost already. But yeah, I hope Delano is resting in peace. My heart goes out to his team, I believe MP Motorsports, his family, his friends, and anyone who knew him, raced against him, raced with him as a teammate. Yeah, my heart goes out to all of you, because I have seen the crash, and oh, God, it was awful to watch. It was not a nice incident. Well, obviously it wasn't, but it was not nice to watch it. But yeah, I hope he is resting in peace, because, yeah, Eau Rouge, I've got to be honest, it is dangerous. It's really, really risky, especially now with I still can't believe they put the sausage curbs there. Like, how is that going to make it safer? How? Oh yeah, that's right. It isn't. So, frankly, the first thing I think they need to do is remove the sausage curbs, and ASAP, and then try and figure out some way to reprofile it. I know that's very tricky, as it is, literally geographical, but there's got to be something that can be done, because I just don't really want to see another there. Correction. I don't want to see any more deaths in motorsport, and especially not there, because as I've said, over the years, that particular uphill section has claimed a lot of lives. So, something needs to be done, and it needs to be done now. So, FIA, or the owners of the track, if you're watching this, please do something about Eau Rouge. We can't afford any more lives to be lost at that area of the track. We just can't. Yeah. Mini Eau Rouge rants over, because I will never like that section of that track. Never. Not until it's fixed. But now onto some other F1 news from the last week. Given De Vries and Perez's Perez's drop in form over the last few races, there are rumours flying around that both drivers could be replaced at some point this season. Granted, I think Checo's P2 in the sprint race yesterday may have saved him a bit more time, but from according to the rumours, Daniel Ricciardo could be returning to Red Bull to replace Sergio Perez, and according to again more rumours, Liam Lawson could be coming in from Super Formula to replace Nick De Vries, supposedly after the summer break. That's if their forms don't improve. Granted, as I said, I think Sergio Perez's P2 yesterday may have got him a little bit more time. How much? I don't know. I suppose we'll have to see how he goes in today's race, and then the 3 remaining before the summer break, because I think if there is going to be a change, it will happen over that break, which is about a month, so by the end of this month, we'll probably know what's happening with De Vries and Perez, but for the end of this season, because, like, of course, after the summer break, only 9 races left, so time is unfortunately running out for those two, I think. I think the rumours could be true, possibly, maybe, but again, rumours are rumours. Never believe them until they're confirmed or denied. So just have to wait and see how those rumours really progress. But yeah, in regards to AstCa news, haven't got too much else this week. Of course, we've had a couple of celebrity deaths as well, which has been quite tragic, frankly. But yeah, it's been a bit of a not the best of weeks for motorsports fans, especially. Again, given the tragic passing of Delano yesterday, like that really came out of the blue. Because I know, thankfully, just before the start of the F2 sprint race, there was a minute's silence in honor of him. I was very, very happy to see that because, well, I'd only just found out before the F2 race started that he had unfortunately passed away. So yeah, I can't say I'd ever watched Delano race. Formula Regional is quite hard to find televised. In fact, I'm not even sure if it is in the UK. So I can't say I've ever seen him race, but from what I've heard since his passing was that he was an incredibly good driver and could have potentially made it to F1 someday. But of course, tragically, we will now never know. Much like Antoine Hubert 4 years ago. Yeah, that was 4 years ago now. Scary, right? But yeah, now to go on to a bit more positive. We're now at about 20-ish minutes for the start of today's race, so I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of what's happened in the lead up to this race. So, of course, Friday we had practice and qualifying for this race. Practice was quite interesting. There was a lot of rain. Same goes for qualifying, actually. And the sprint yesterday. There's been a lot of rain at the track. I'm not sure if it's going to be raining during the race today, but I wouldn't be surprised. The weather hasn't been brilliant the last couple of days in Austria, so have to wait and see how that goes. Of course, McLaren have kind of come out of nowhere, and Lando Norris ended at P3 for the sprint race yesterday, which ultimately didn't end too well for him. I believe he ended up somewhere in the midfield. I think it was P9 ultimately. Because it turns out at the start of the race he went into anti-stall, which is basically a system that stops you from stalling the car. So he almost stalled the car, which dropped him massively down the grid. Of course, as well, the Mercedes duo had quite a bad race. Honestly, quite a bad weekend. Quite a bad weekend compared to what they've had over the last couple of weeks. So it was quite surprising to see Mercedes have such a drop in form this weekend. I'm guessing it's probably going to be down to the, again, copious. I could say the same for Aston Martin. They've not really been brilliant this weekend either. However, someone has been given some luck in favour of Aston and Mercedes' bad luck. and it is Ferrari. Ferrari this weekend have kind of come out of nowhere and seemingly have become pretty good this weekend. Will that carry into today's race? I simply don't know. Yeah, Mercedes and Aston Martin. This has not been a good weekend for them. However, that could change next weekend because, of course, both teams have stated that they do have quite a large pair of upgrades coming to Silverstone next week. So, potentially, next weekend could be a lot better for those teams. Will Red Bull start to get a bit worried? Potentially. A Ferrari holding that much hope? Probably not. Because as we know, Ferrari this season, compared to last season especially, have kind of dropped off a cliff. I don't know where Ferrari's gone this year. They were doing, frankly, a phenomenal job last year, but now they've just kind of face planted really badly. So, yeah, what's happened to Ferrari this season? I really don't know. Am I disappointed to see that? Yeah, because it's Ferrari, and as Sebastian Vettel said, even if you aren't a Ferrari fan, you're a Ferrari fan. And frankly, I'm struggling to prove him wrong. Like, everyone wants Ferrari to do well, and to see them not is a bit disappointing. And of course, up and down the grid this weekend has been a bit weird. Like, hell, Nico Hulkenberg qualified in the top 4 for the sprint race yesterday in the Haas. How on earth did that happen? Yeah, as you can see, guys, I have next to no predictions for this race, other than the fact that Max Verstappen is more than likely to get another win. That's realistically my only prediction for this weekend, because, nothing thus far has made much sense. Of course, however, we do have Sergio Perez to consider, because, of course, yesterday he did do quite well in the sprint race. However, on Friday for the main qualifying, he didn't do as good. So, Perez is going to be a bit of a wild card. I think the only person we can solidly say is probably going to do well today is Verstappen. And Alex Albon in the Williams, once again, putting that car in places it should not be. He did an absolutely stellar job in the sprint race yesterday and the sprint qualifying, coming home in, I think, 12th, but qualifying in 7th. So, once again, watch out for the Williams this weekend as a bit of a dark horse. I don't know how well they're going to do with the rain, if there is still rain, I'm really not sure, but honestly, Williams, they're becoming a bit of a dark horse, especially in the hands of Alex Albon. Logan Sargent, he's been painful to watch this season as well. Like, yeah, I'm not sure how this race is going to go. I really don't. Again, I can literally predict next to nothing except that Verstappen is pretty likely to win, but we'll have to wait and see in 15 minutes for lights out. But I may as well ask, what are your predictions for this race? Who's going to win? Who's going to round out the podium? Who's going to round out the points? Who's not going to finish? These are all questions that I'm very curious about because, frankly, reliability hasn't been too much of a problem for many teams this year. Like, the reliability of most of the engines has been pretty solid this season. So, if anything, I think DNFs are probably going to come from crashes. So, yeah, I just want to know who's going to win, who's going to round out the rest of the podium, so second and third, who's going to round out the top 10 in the points, and who's not going to finish. Do we think it'll be one of the Williamses? Do we think it'll be a Mercedes, potentially? Could it even be a Red Bull at their own track? Like, there's so many things that could happen today, and I'm just not sure which way this race could go, because nothing this weekend's made sense so far. Anyway, we're now about 15 minutes away from the start of the race, so I'm just going to quickly tune in to get going. 1 second. And we're back. Okay. Yeah, we're about 15-ish minutes away from the race start now, so I'm guessing we're just about to get the Austrian national anthem before the start of the race. And of course, another minute's silence for Dylan Van Hoff, so once that happens, I'll be quiet for a second. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. Minute silence. Rest in peace, Delano. Tragic. Just tragic. Now I've got the Styrian national anthem and, well, the Styrian anthem and the national anthem of Austria. Okay, then there we go. Quite, admittedly, an epic rendition of the Austrian national anthem there. And this is the first time that we've been at the Red Bull Ring since the passing of Dietrich Mateschitz, the founder of Red Bull, last season. So this is the first time I've been here since he tragically passed away as well. So another notable thing about this race. Okay, it looks as if there's no rain this time around, so we should have a bit more of a typical race in terms of how things have been going this season. Mm. Okay. I just got a quick interview with Pierre Gasly here now. Oop. Sorry about that. Okay. Now, by my rough estimations, this race should take, again, about 75-ish minutes, so an hour and a quarter, roughly, because it's a 70-lap race, and the lap average is between, well, the lap average is about a minute 5, so it should be quite admittedly a quick race, so, again, provided nothing goes horribly wrong, which hopefully it won't, but provided everything goes to plan, which they have been doing this season a couple of times, we should be done with this race quite quickly, actually. Okay. The race should be going in about just over 5 minutes now, so in a minute we'll probably start to get all the information about the race. So the track length, the laps, the lap record, because I know that's a 1 minute 4 something. I can't remember. I know it's quick. Yeah, I'm just really not sure how this race is going to go because, well, we haven't really got representative times for all the teams. Again, we only know about how they're doing in the wet, really, and unfortunately, it's bone dry out there now. So, yeah, I think we're going to be in for a bit of a surprise today compared to the rest of the weekend. In terms of how things have been going this season, we're probably not going to be that surprised, really. But, you never know. Things could surprise us today. We'll just have to wait and see. Hmm. Okay. We're back, probably getting ready for the race now. Oh, to be honest, guys, I'm kind of looking forward to this race because, as I've said, so far, there's been a few surprises. So, this race could be a bit all over the place. Like, I'm expecting at least. Well, I'm actually expecting quite a few overtakes because there are some drivers very much not in their usual positions. So I wouldn't be surprised if those drivers jump back up to their usual positions throughout this race. So there is probably going to be quite a few overtakes, I'd imagine, today. Hmm. Okay, F1 intro time, so we'll be getting the track info any moment now. And of course the grid order. Let's face it, that bit's kind of important. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, and this race has been announced to stay on the calendar until 2030. Okay. Okay, just froze on me for a second there. Hopefully I've not missed anything. Okay, so we have 324.7 kilometre track, 10 turns, and 63.4 metres of elevation. So yeah, 70 lap race. Lap records around 1 minute 5. So yeah, gonna be a quick race, I think. Oh, and it looks as if Kevin Magnussen is starting from the pit lane due to a setup change. Okay, so that's Kevin Magnussen in the pit lane at the start. Good to know. Okay, and we have the tyre compounds, which are the C5, 4, and 3, which are the softest tyres. So the C5 is the soft, C4 is the medium, and the C3 is the hard tyre. And we have inters and wets, just in case the weather turns. Hopefully not, though. And here is the starting grid. In 20th, we have, both in the pit lane start, we're having Nick De Vries and Kevin Magnussen. Then 18th and 17th, we have Logan Sargent and Zhou Guanyu, respectively. In 16th, it is Yuki Tsunoda and Perez down in 15th. And then we have 14th is Valtteri Bottas and Oscar Piastri in 13th. And then Esteban Ocon's in 12th, and 11th is George Russell. Then we have Alex Albon in 10th and Pierre Gasly down in 9th. We have Nico Hulkenberg in 8th and Fernando Alonso down in 7th. Then we have Lance Stroll in 6th and Lewis Hamilton up in 5th. Then we have Lando Norris in 4th and Carlos Sainz in 3rd. And then we have Charles Leclerc in 2nd and Max Verstappen on pole position once again. So yeah, as you can see, there's quite a few drivers that are very much out of position this weekend. So I'm expecting some overtakes to try and make up those places from those drivers. Right, we should be underway for the formation lap any moment now, I'd imagine. Okay. Ooh, most of the drivers are on mediums except for a couple of drivers on the hards, but the graphic went away too quick. So yeah, there's a lot of different at least two different tyre strategies going on. Most are on the same strategy, but there are a couple on a completely different one. So this could be interesting. Okay, off we go for the formation lap. Yep, and the Austrian Grand Prix, as said, will remain on the calendar until 2030, at which point it might get another extension. But for now, it's safe for the next 7 years. Now, the strategies are medium 22 laps, hard 26, medium 23 laps, or medium 19 laps, hard 25 laps, hard 27 laps. So they're both two-stop strategies. Well, the optimal strategies anyway. That's not accounting for anything like tire failures, punctures. So that's like the planned tire strategies. Those are probably the two best ones. Okay. And here they come, up towards the grid again. Okay. 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 And 5 lights are on. And they're off for the Austrian Grand Prix. Okay. A lot of drivers got a very good start there. Oh, including... Okay. Oh, goodness. I think Perez was pushed wide there. Okay. Very clean start there from most of the drivers. Oh, and Charles Leclerc is trying to overtake Max Verstappen, but there's a yellow flag in Sector 1 for what I don't yet know, but we're probably going to find out very soon. Oh, never mind, it's a green flag again. We're okay. Oh, and Charles Leclerc's really going for it to try and overtake Max Verstappen. Okay. Oh, and off goes an AlphaTauri, and it seems to be Yuki Tsunoda into the gravel. Okay. Well, that was an interesting start. Woof. Okay, Charles Leclerc was really trying there to overtake Max Verstappen. And there's a safety car, so I'm assuming that Yuki Tsunoda is out. Probably. And there's Sonoda. He's got damage. If Sonoda's back on track, why is there a safety car? And Magnussen seems to have damage as well. Oh, yep. Oh, Power's radio. Okay, safety car through the pit lane. Ah, because there's debris in turn 1. They can't go through turn 1. Right, okay. Okay. Okay, that start actually seemed a lot more chaotic. Actually, looks to be a lot more chaotic than it initially looked. Wow, okay. Yeah, that was a bit more chaotic than it first seemed. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So the safety car will be coming at the end of this lap, which is good. We can get racing again. Sorry about that. Lost connection there for a second, but I'm back. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't happen too often. Okay. And green flags, so we'll be getting racing again. Okay, on to lap 4 now. Okay. Okay, everyone seems to be quite bunched together, but no overtake seems to be happening. Oh, mind Yuki Tsunoda has overtaken his teammate, Nick De Vries. Okay. Okay. Now Perez is now trying to attack Ocon, but Ocon's defending incredibly well, it must be said. Okay. Okay. Max Verstappen with the fastest lap, 1 minute 9.691 seconds. Okay. There's going to be no other investigation on lap 1, turn 1, because it was. Okay. Okay, lap 6 now. Oh, and it looks as if Perez has finally got Esteban Ocon. So that's Perez up into 12th now. One second. Ugh. Whew, okay, I just needed to adjust myself a little bit. I'm all good now. And the RS is now re-enabled. Lap 7 now. Okay. The lap count's gone up. What? That's very strange. Now we've got Lando Norris radio. Okay, now we're on board with Carlos Sainz. Oh, now frozen. Oh, there we go. This is going to be fun. Okay. On to lap 8 now. And yeah, this race seems to be a 71 lap race. Okay. Okay. Carlos Sainz is looking to overtake his Ferrari teammate Charles Leclerc. Is it going to work? Let's find out. Oh, and Lance Stroll has overtaken Nico Hulkenberg now, so he's behind his teammate Fernando Alonso. Okay, lap 9 now. And Pierre Gasly is hunting down Nico Hulkenberg like a dog. Oh, we have Carlos Sainz radio. Okay. And Carlos Sainz is almost asking Ferrari to swap him and Charles Leclerc, because it does seem that Charles Leclerc is a bit slower than Carlos Sainz, I should say. And it appears Hamilton's having some braking issues. Okay. Oh, and Nico Hulkenberg did go a bit wide going into turn 3. Oof. Okay, now we're on to lap 10, and Sergio Perez is now looking to overtake George Russell in the Mercedes, and it looks as if he's going to get it into turn 3. Yep. Oh, but George Russell is coming back at him, and they're now side by side. Okay. 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 So Sergio Perez is now up into 11th place. Okay. And Lando Norris is still holding on to the back of Lewis Hamilton. And I think he may try and overtake Lewis Hamilton soon. Oh. And Carlos Sainz has had a lap time deleted for track limits at turn 10. Okay. And on Friday, in qualifying, there was 47 lap times deleted because of track limit violations. That's how bad it was. And last year we had 16 laps deleted across the whole weekend. We had 47 in qualifying on Friday alone. Yikes. And Lewis Hamilton's had a lap time deleted now as well. For track limits at turn 10. And that's Hulkenberg into the pits with a 3.1 second stop. That's pretty good. Okay, coming into lap 12 now. Well, actually, no, heading towards lap 13, really. Also, I'll do what I usually do with this. I'll sign off during the podium ceremony. Then I'll be live again tonight on here on YouTube with Roxanne for this week's AstCa. Okay, Lewis Hamilton's worried about the car being a bit slow, but yeah. So I'll sign off during the podium ceremony. Then I'll be back with Roxanne for the 91st AstCa tonight at 6 p.m. UK time. So just a couple of hours after this race finishes. Lewis Hamilton has now had a black and white flag for track limits. Oh, Hamilton radio again. Okay, Lewis is reporting understeer, it seems. Oh, yellow flag in Sector 2. And it's the Haas of Nico Hulkenberg. Okay. And his car is smoking quite badly, by the looks of it. Yep, okay. Right, yep, that's an engine failure. I jinxed it earlier. Whoops, my bad. Sorry, Nico. Yep. Car Science Radio. Okay. Virtual safety car has been called. So Max Verstappen will, in essence, be the safety car now. And the pit window is conveniently now lap 15 to 26. Okay. Okay, that's Hamilton and Norris into the pits. And then we have Gasly into the pits as well. George Russell also. 2.9 second stop for Hamilton, 2.5 for Gasly, 3.2 for George Russell. And this is going to be a... Oh, and another pit stop for Albon, 2.7 seconds. Norris, I'm not sure what his pit stop time is because it's not showing up. Wow, okay. And Logan Sargent into the pits, also a 3.2 second stop. Woof. Okay. And the top four didn't come in there, so Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, and Alonso are still out. And Tsunoda has had a black and white flag for track limits as well. Okay. And Carlos Sainz has just been told to come into the pits. Okay, so there's him coming in now. And that's both Ferraris, bad looks of it. Okay. Charles Leclerc's in first. Okay. Oh no, and it's a slow stop for Leclerc. Oh goodness. 4.4 second stop for Leclerc, but that hasn't impeded Carlos Sainz. And he will be a 4.5 second stop. So a pair of awful pit stops for Ferrari there. Aston Martin with Alonso now with a 2.7 second stop. Oh, those stops were abysmal for Ferrari there. Oh my god. And now a green flag again. Okay. Oh, those were dreadful stops for Ferrari there. Yikes. And Bottas has front wing damage. Oh, goodness, this race is going to be chaos. I can tell. Okay, now most of the grid has switched to hard tyres, rather than at the start of the race when most of them were on mediums. Oh. Thank you. Thank you for that comment. Really appreciate that. Oh, now we have... Oh, yeah. Carlos Sainz isn't happy right now. Those weren't great pit stops there from Ferrari. And I should say, in spite of the red t-shirt, I'm not that big of a Ferrari fan at all. Just thought I'd mention that, just in case anyone got a bit suspicious on that. Okay. And Lewis Hamilton has a penalty, and it is a 5-second time penalty. Yep, so he'll probably serve that in his next pit stop. Okay, and now we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Perez, top three. Wow, Perez came out of nowhere. Hamilton in fourth, and Carlos Sainz down in fifth. Thanks to that pretty shocking pit stop there. Okay, and George Russell did a very big move on Valtteri Bottas there. Okay. Oh, and there could be an unsafe release between the incoming Logan Sargent and the outgoing Pierre Gasly. the outgoing Pierre Gasly, or is it Esteban Ocon in the pit lane? I know it was one of the Alpines. I just can't remember which helmet is which. I think it's Ocon with the red helmet, so I think it was, yeah, an unsafe release, I think, regardless of who it was. Oh, and Sonoda has a penalty too, and it's also going to be a 5-second penalty, probably to be served in his next pit stop. Yep. Oh, Ocon radio. Yeah, he was just saying that Valtteri's front wing is looking quite dangerous with it being so loose. Well, the front wing end plate at least. Okay, and now we have Carlos Sainz versus Lewis Hamilton. Ooh. And that's Carlos Sainz ahead of Lewis Hamilton now. Oof. Okay. Carlos Sainz replay here. Probably his battle with Lewis Hamilton, I'm guessing. Oh, Hamilton radio. And there's Carlos Sainz overtaking Perez. Yep. Okay. Yeah, and now the incident between Sargent and Gasly has been noted in the pit lane with the potential unsafe release. And there's a black and white flag for Hulkenberg, who's out. And Hamilton is in 5th for the person who just asked. So yeah, Hamilton's now in 5th place. Thanks for asking. Okay. Oh, so yeah. Hulkenberg just had a pretty pointless black and white flag because he's well, he's out of the race anyway. Yeah. So yeah, Hulkenberg's out of the race, but with the black and white flag as well. Sure. Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate your comments. Oh, Hamilton radio again. And he's now reporting that Perez has gone off at turn 10 as well. Oh, and Carlos Sainz has had a black and white flag as well for track limits. Probably at turn 10 as well, I'd imagine. Okay. Hamilton tried to get the overtake done on Perez. That couldn't quite get it done, though. It was very close between them, admittedly, though. Oh, Carlos Sainz radio. Okay. Okay. This Hamilton Perez battle could get interesting very soon. Oh, Hamilton radio again. Okay. Lap 24 now. Oh, Hamilton radio again. Okay, so Yuki Tsunoda has served his penalty. The pits, and Max Verstappen's come into the pits as well. And his pit stop was a very respectable 2.3 seconds for Max Verstappen. Probably just... Oh, no! He is not out in the lead. Charles Leclerc's come out in the lead. And Verstappen has just got ahead of Max Verstappen as well. So, Ferrari 1 and 2, Carlos Sainz just got ahead of Verstappen. And we have an Esteban Ocon penalty, probably for the pit lane incident. And it is going to be a 5-second penalty? Yep. Okay. For an unsafe release with Logan Sargent? Yeah. Okay. Wow. So for the first time since Miami, lap 48, Max Verstappen is not in the lead. Wow! Oh, wow, that was mental. Oh, Perez radio telling him to pit. Oh, Hamilton radio. Oh, no, sorry. Hamilton's up into fourth, I should say. And that's Verstappen overtaking Carlos Sainz, but Carlos may not be giving up just yet. Okay. Okay. Ugh. Okay, now on to lap 26. Oh. And Max Verstappen again on the fastest lap of the 1 minute 8.929 seconds. Oof. Okay. Now Sergio Perez getting ready to overtake Alex Albon for P9. Okay. Okay. Now we're on board with Lando Norris briefly. Chasing down Lewis Hamilton still. Oh. Okay, and Lando Norris is about to blitz Lewis Hamilton. My God! That was a dive bomb and a half. That was a very clean overtake there from Lando Norris. My God. Oh, now we're seeing Zhou Guanyu versus Kevin Magnussen. And there was something that came up then. I think it was Carlos Sainz under investigation for something. Oh, and Carlos Sainz has a penalty. With a 5-second penalty there for the Ferrari. Now Sergio Perez is gunning it for George Russell now. There's probably going to be another overtake in a few minutes, I'd imagine, once these two get a bit closer to each other. Oh, now there's an incident with Yuki Tsunoda failing to serve his penalty correctly, so he may have an additional penalty in addition to his 5-second penalty. Oof. And here comes Sergio Perez on George Russell, and it's probably one of the cleanest overtakes I've seen all season. So that's Perez up into 8th. Next we have for him Pierre Gasly. Lewis, 1 second. Graphics come up, replay. I'll get Lewis and Russell's positions to you in a second. Okay, we're just seeing Carlos Sainz. Right. George Russell and Lewis Hamilton's positions are... Give me a second, guys. They're just showing a really slowed down replay of Carlos Sainz coming into turn 10. Right. Lewis Hamilton's position is P5 as he was last time, and George Russell's in P9. There you go. Okay, so George Russell is in P9, Lewis Hamilton's P5. There you go. Okay, lap 31 now, 41 to go. No, 40 laps to go now. Oh, Lando Norris radio. Oh, and Lewis Hamilton is starting to claw up, is starting to catch up to Lando Norris again, and Lewis Hamilton could get a podium. Yeah, could be. Could be on the podium. Okay, now we have Leclerc radio. Ferrari 1 and Leclerc, that tyre deg could be a bit higher than they were expecting. But yeah, it's very possible that Lewis Hamilton could be on the podium today. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, and Pierre Gasly now has a black and white flag for track limits. Oh boy, this is going to be an interesting race. Okay, and now we have another black and white flag, this time for Alex Albon for track limits. Oh god. Okay. Lewis Hamilton is really chasing down Lando Norris now. Ooh, and he almost tried for a bit of a dive bomb then, but he was a little bit too far back to give it a go. I should, but unfortunately, I don't know how to add a position chart to my stream. I could try and figure it out someday, but it may take a while. But to give you the positions now, we have Leclerc P1, Verstappen P2, Sainz P3, Norris P4, Hamilton 5, Alonso 6, Pierre Gasly 7, Perez 8th, Russell 9th, Albon 10th, Ocon 11th, Stroll 12th, Sargent 13th, Zhou Guanyu 14th, Kevin Magnussen 15th, De Vries 16th, Tsunoda 17th, 18th Valtteri Bottas, P19 Oscar Piastri, and Nico Hülkenberg is out of the race. Yeah, Hülkenberg had a DNF on lap 14, so this is now a 19-car race. But yeah, if you guys really want me to, I can try to figure out a way to add a graphic to this somehow. But again, it could take me a while. And updating it, it's gonna take some time. I could get it done someday, but it's gonna take me a while because it's a bit beyond my technical expertise, that. But if you guys really want me to, I can try and figure it out, but it's gonna take some time. Yeah, thank you for the suggestion. I'll definitely consider it. Okay, and I'll let you know if I can or can't in the future. Okay. Okay. And here comes Max Verstappen on Charles Leclerc. Ooh, and Verstappen is going to get Ooh. And Max Verstappen has reclaimed the lead of the race. And De Vries has overtaken Kevin Magnussen at the back. And Magnussen has overtaken De Vries again. Okay. And thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm hoping to get more views and subscribers as well, as every YouTuber is. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, now we're back to Max Verstappen in the lead of the race. something we're a bit more used to this season, it seems. You never know, Charles Leclerc might try and come back at him. We'll wait and see. Okay, and Perez has overtaken Gasly as well, it seems. Okay. Oh, and Magnussen seems to have gone off a little bit in the battle with De Vries. Okay. Okay, and 5 second time penalty for Alex Albon, track limits. And now we're on to lap 36. And now Lance Stroll has been given a black and white flag for track limits as well. Oh god, this race is going to be chaos. And very, very penalty heavy. I can see it coming now. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this race has been kind of insane so far. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Oh, and here comes Lance Stroll to serve his penalty in the pits. Oh no, he hasn't had a penalty yet, sorry. And that was a 2.7 second pit stop for Lance Stroll there. Okay. 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 Nick De Vries is in the pits now, it seems. Okay, I don't know what Nick De Vries' time was because the timing screens weren't shown for it. Oh. Oh, and Nick De Vries has a penalty now. Okay. And it's for pushing Kev Magnussen off track, and it's a 5 second penalty. Okay. Hamilton radio and Toto Wolff coming over to try and calm Lewis down a little bit because he's pretty shaken right now. Joban using the pits now as well. Okay, 31 laps to go now on lap 40. Okay. Oh, and Lando Norris has run a bit wide. Oh, God. Oh. Okay, lap 41 now. Also, at this point, I'd love to point out there's only one driver in DRS range of the car in front of him, and it's Kevin Magnussen. And the drivers that yet to the 5-second time penalties are Sainz, Hamilton, Ocon, Albon, and De Vries. Oof. Speaking of Ocon, there he is. And that seems to be a very 11.3 second stop. Yikes! What the hell happened to Alpine there? Anyway, here comes Lando Norris. Oh, so Lando Norris is in the pits now, tumbling down the order. That's a 2.3 second stop for Bottas, or is that 2.9? Don't know. Oh, now we've got Pierre Gasly under investigation for track limits. Oh, God. 3.1 second pit stop for Lando Norris. Gee, this race is all over the place. Woof! Oh, and there's Perez overtaking Fernando Alonso. Russell's in the pits. Alex Albon's in the pits. Oh, my God. Okay, that's a 2.8 second stop for George Russell. How quick's this stop going to be for Alex Albon? Probably not very quick due to his penalty. Okay. 8.8 second for Alex Albon's stop. Oof. Pierre Gasly penalty. Oh my God. Whew. Hamilton radio. Okay, so he's coming into the pits as well. Piastri came into the pits as well. 3 seconds flat. Okay. Okay, that's an 8.9 second stop for Hamilton with the penalty. Oh my God, this is insane. Oh, and there is now a little bit of rain just to the west of the track. Oh, this could get interesting. Okay. Now we got Lando Norris versus Pierre Gasly, and Lando Norris completely blitzes the Alpine there. Woof. Okay, now it's lap 45. Okay, now we've got Fernando Alonso versus Valtteri Bottas. And Valtteri Bottas just stays ahead by the looks of it. Wow. Oh, Fernando Alonso's into the pits. And that was a 2.5 second stop there for Alonso. Okay. And Carlos Sainz has been told to come into the pits as well. And so has Gasly. And that was an 8.2 stop for Gasly, probably due to a penalty again. Okay. Carlos Sainz in the pits with this penalty. 9.4 second stop for Carlos Sainz with his penalty. Oof. Okay, and there's Lando Norris overtaking Carlos Sainz from the pits. Oof. Okay, lap 46 now. Lap 47, sorry, I should say. Oh, and Carlos Sainz is coming back at the McLaren. Lando Norris. Okay. This is going to be an interesting one to watch. And Carlos Sainz is back out in front. Charles Leclerc radio. Okay, Ferrari are anticipating a bit of rain towards the end of the race. Oh boy. Okay, and Lando Norris is still hanging on to the back of Carlos Sainz. So this battle here may not be over yet. Charles Leclerc's been told to come into the pits for his pit stop. Okay. Okay, and that was a 2.5 second stop for Charles Leclerc there. Okay, that's pretty good. Nope. Black and white flag for Magnussen for track limits. Okay. So that's his last warning before a penalty for track limits now. Okay. Okay, lap 49 now. Oh, and Landon Norris has the fastest lap of the race. 1 minute 8 seconds. 1 minute 1 minute 8.739 seconds. Woof. Oh, and Max Verstappen's coming into the pits now. Okay. 2.4 second stop there for Verstappen. Lap 50 now. Okay, now we have Nick De Vries replay. Yep. Going off track, yep. Okay. But he's back on. Oh, Paris radio. Being told to come into the pits as well. Sorry guys, didn't get much sleep last night, so I'm a little bit tired. And that was a 2.4 second stop for Sergio Perez there, so that's pretty good for him. Okay, and that's Verstappen again on the fastest lap. A 1 minute 8.150 seconds. That is pretty damn good. Now we're on to lap 52. Oh, Hamilton radio again. Okay. Lap 52. 53 now. Okay. Oh, Paris is on the fastest lap now. A 1 minute 8.111 seconds stop. No, lap, sorry. Oh, Sonoda penalty. And Carlos Sainz radio. Okay. And that's a 10-second penalty for Sonoda now with track limits. Carlos Sainz is talking about his pace pretty briefly. Okay, lap 54 now. Okay, lap 55 now. Okay. Not much seems to be happening right now, which is quite surprising, as we're in the last 15, 16 laps of the race. Oh, Paris radio. Okay. Red Bull are just warning Perez to stay within the track limits because they really can't afford a penalty right now. Oh, Lance Stroll's in the pits. And he is going to have a 2.6 second stop. That's pretty good. And Perez has now set the fastest lap. Don't know what the time was because it hasn't shown up on screen, which is a bit annoying. And here comes Sergio Perez on Lando Norris. Oof. 15 laps to go now on lap 57. Okay. Okay, and it looks as if Sergio Perez tried to overtake Carlos Sainz, but wasn't quite close enough. Okay. Oh, Perez radio again. Okay. That's Perez reporting that Sainz is moving under braking, which is very much not allowed. Oh. Okay. Now Sergio Perez is going to really give it a go, trying to overtake Carlos Sainz now. Okay. Okay. And Sergio Perez has gone for a massive lunge on Carlos Sainz, but still can't get it done, and there was a little bit of contact between the two of them. Oh, but here comes Sergio Perez to overtake him now, but Carlos Sainz is not quite done. And Carlos Sainz is back into third. Okay. But Sergio Perez is now back ahead, but now they're alongside each other. Okay. Oh, but Sergio Perez is back behind Carlos Sainz again. Oh, God, this is going to be insane. Ugh. And that's a black and white flag for Logan Sargent for track limits. Oh, Carlos Sainz radio. Ooh. Okay. Ugh. Oh, Sainz radio. And the current driver of the day vote split is Lando Norris on 22%, Sergio Perez on 21%, and Carlos Sainz on 15%. So, if you want to vote for your favourite driver for driver of the day, do so now, or in the next 10 laps. Oh, okay. And it looks as if Sergio Perez is now in front of the Ferrari Carlos Sainz, but he's run wide, so Perez is finally into third place, but Carlos Sainz may try and overtake him again. Oof. Okay. That was insane. Okay. Count to lap 63 now. And there's Lance Stroll down in P11. Oh, and there's black and white flag for Esteban Ocon for track limits. Okay. Oh, Carlos Sainz radio again. Okay, now I've got Alex Albon versus Lance Stroll for P10. Oof. Oh, and here comes Lance Stroll on Alex Albon, but he does just get the move done, so that's Lance Stroll up into P10 now. But Stroll does touch the front wing of Alex Albon slightly on the overtake attempt. But nevertheless, he is now in front. Okay, lap 65 now. Okay, it's now a bit of a four-way battle for 16th place between Piastri, Tsunoda, Bottas, and Magnussen. Okay, and this actually puts Max Verstappen on course for his 5th win at the Red Bull Ring. And actually, that would put him at his most wins at a certain track. Like, if he gets this 5th win at the Red Bull Ring today, he has never won more at any track. So, this will be his most amount of wins at one track if he wins today. And Logan Sargent now has a 5-second penalty for the track limits. Yeah. Okay, lap 66. Okay, lap 67, 5 laps to go now. Oh, and now Kevin Magnussen has a penalty too. And that's a 5-second penalty for him as well, I'm assuming. Yep, for track limits. Okay, lap 68 now, so 4 laps to go. So yeah, I'll probably be signing this one off in about probably 15 minutes or so, depending on how long the podium ceremony takes and that sort of stuff. So yeah, probably gonna be on here for another 15 minutes or so, and then I'll be signing off. But I'll be back on here 6 o'clock tonight. So in about yeah, 2.5 hours time now. So gonna be pushing on about two. So in about 2 hours after this stream's finished, I'll be back on for tonight's Astoundcast with Roxanne, 6 p.m. UK time. So again, probably about 2 hours after this stream's finished. So yeah, please join me and Roxanne then for the 91st Astoundcast. But let's see how the rest of this race goes for now. Oh, the stopping radio. And Verstappen is coming in for a last-minute pit stop to try and regain the fastest lap. Okay, then. Okay, Verstappen is in. So let's see what this pit stop is. And that was a 2.3-second stop for Verstappen there to try and gain the fastest lap on the last lap of the race. Woof. Whew. And there's now a black and white flag for Sergio Perez for track limits. Oh, God. Okay, and there's the chairman of Ferrari, John Elkann, watching the race. Okay, now we're on to the final lap. Okay. And here comes Max Verstappen for his sector 2. And here he comes to win the Austrian Grand Prix for the 5th time. The most amount of times he's won at one circuit. And it was the fastest lap for Verstappen. 1 minute 7.012 seconds. And that's Charles Leclerc in P2 and Sergio Perez in P3, rounding out the podium. Oof. That was mental. Oh, Verstappen radio. Now. Okay, and that's everyone now taking the checkered flag. So now they'll all be coming back into the pit lane and park firmly for the end of the race. And driver of the day is Lando Norris, quite deservedly so in my opinion. With 26% of the votes. Oof. That's Lando Norris. Radio. Okay. That was hell of a race there, I can't lie. Yeah. Um, yeah, that was pretty good. Um, of course, the only prediction I had was Max Verstappen winning, which has come to pass. But yeah, I'll be on here for a few more minutes. Once the podium ceremony kicks off, I'll start to sign this off, so I'll just do my outro now. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on the stream today. If you've liked it, please like the stream as well as subscribe to my channel. And of course, click the bell icon to get my notifications. And please, as well, go into the description and you'll see my link tree, which contains my social medias. Please follow me on all those. And below, it'll be Roxanne's website and her YouTube. Please subscribe to her YouTube as well, me and Annette. And yeah, comment as well, because why not? And to let me know what you thought of this race and who you thought should have won. Do you think Verstappen was the deserved winner? Do you think somebody else could have had the win? What do you think of everything else that happened in the race? And any other thoughts? And lastly, please share this stream with your friends. Stick and join the infinite loop of liking, subscribing, commenting, following, and sharing. And I'll be on to the end of the podium ceremony. And of course, I'll be back tonight with the AstCa with Roxanne. Again, in just over 2 hours' time now. So yeah, I'll be back then. But yeah, please as well join me tomorrow with another YouTube video. And next weekend with another race stream and a Stamcast as well. Yeah, it's going to be a very busy few weeks now, because we got, I think, four races in 4 weeks now. So all of July is going to be a race weekend every weekend. Okay. Just doing some interviews now with David Coulthard at the end of the race. Okay. Charles Leclerc. Okay. Oh. Whew. Just wanted to reposition myself there for a second. Yeah, and Sergio Perez. was unwell this week, so this is a pretty good comeback for him, to be honest with you guys. I'm impressed with Perez today. I have to be completely honest. Okay. Now we're on to the podium. We will be in a second. Can now just see in the cool-down room. Okay, Sergio Perez is seemingly missing from the cool-down room. That's very odd. Okay, that's very unusual. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Yeah, they were just talking about which lap they stopped on, and it's frankly amazing they can remember which exact lap they stopped on. That's impressive. Right, as usual, I'll shut up for the anthems when they come on, so I'll let you know when that happens. Here's the podium. Okay, and here into third is Sergio Perez. Okay, Charles Leclerc. And Max Verstappen on the top step of the podium. And there's Phil Turner taking the Constructors' Trophy. There's the anthems. Okay, that's national anthem's done. So now the trophies will be handed out. Then I'll go away. Okay. That's the first place trophy for Max Verstappen. And here comes the winner's medal for Max Verstappen as well. And 9 of the 20 drivers picked up penalties today. Oof. Okay, and there's the and there's the constructors' trophy handed off by Mark Webber to the chief mechanic of Red Bull, Phil Turner. And then we'll have the P2 trophy for Charles Leclerc. And then, of course, lastly, the P3 trophy for Sergio Perez. Not Carlos Sainz. Not today. Okay then, and that's it, guys. Thank you all for joining me today. I've already done my outro, so I'll see you all tonight at 6 PM in just over 2 hours now. Bye, everyone.